Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Anelisa Mhlongo, Usiso Mdala, Molweni Bapem. Guys, I just wanted to do this video because it was something that's always on my mind. Like, what happened to my geology career? I always ask myself that question, and I think it's something that I want to share it with someone who is starting their career or someone who is in the middle and is confused on are they doing the right thing or should they just drop out and do something else. So here it goes. Okay, I come from a very small town in KwaZulu Natal, and I used to love maths. So even from primary days, I used to love maths. I wanted to be a mathematician. In my life, that was something that I enjoyed. I didn't even need to study for maths. Maths just flown in my blood. And then when I went to high school, I studied maths and science. So I did physics and geography and biology. So that's what I did. But I used to enjoy geography more. It was something that used to excite me. And then when I got into geography, I knew that whatever I am going to do, it has to involve something with geography. Then the next thing, I'm completing my matric. Okay, the time when we're still applying for our universities, I knew, my mom told me directly that you, my girl, you are going to Durban, the University of KwaZulu Natal, nowhere else. Okay, so I also didn't even bother myself, because I remember I did have like an application form to go to study at UCT, but my mom just told me that, you know what, my lady, put that away and apply using we used to apply using CEOs. I'm not sure now. I took that CEO. I put the things that I wanted to do, and I'm sure those things um were all something to do with geography. And I think coming from a very small town that I lived in, we didn't know anything about careers, or we didn't talk about any careers with people. All we knew was that there's doctors, there's teachers, there's nurses. I think in those times, even the the being an accountant was booming and those kind of things. I knew I didn't want to be an accountant because I didn't study accounting at high school, and I was never interested in even studying anything to do with accounting. I knew I was going to do science. I finished my matric, and I I was accepted at the University of KwaZulu Natal for geological sciences. I I still remember that excitement. I was so excited. Everything accepted. Um, for residence accepted. For funding accepted. For geology accepted. Clean. I went to secure my spot, and by the way, I do not even know, like, what is geology for real? What is it? I didn't know. I just knew it had something to do with geography because it started with geo. I got there. Um, I met my other high school classmate, and we registered. The orientation. These things started. I studied. Okay, it wasn't that bad at first, yeah. Let me not say it was bad to begin with. It wasn't even bad. It wasn't bad. But then it was just science. So chemistry, maths, geography, what else? Computer. I think that's what we studied in first year. More girl, this girl, Mrs. Wayne, wasn't even serious at all. I wasn't serious at varsity, guys. Let me tell you, because I think I'm someone like who quickly gets bored. I think I've gotten, I don't know. Let me not diagnose myself, but what happened is that the next thing in varsity, I'm not serious because my sister used to go to UKZN also. So on weekends I used to go visit my sister. I didn't care even if I had a test on Monday. I didn't care because I knew that I was this type of person that could wing things in high school. Even studying for matric, I pushed so hard, but I knew that really, me Mogel was gonna pass. Then I got subs. Maybe I got a sub, I don't know, for computer. And I was like, you know what? I hate computer. And that is why I didn't want to do anything to do with computer. And the other thing is that, when you come from I won't say a rural school, but black people schools, let me say that, because it wasn't in the rural, it was in the town where I lived. So when you come there, there's no computers. It's your first time using a computer. It's even your first time even opening J computer at varsity. Maybe the last time I used a computer. There was computers at my school, but the only thing I only did when I opened the computer was open, I don't know, Paint. And then I used to visit, I think I visited my sister once. Let me not say I used to visit my sister. I visited my sister once, and then that's all. I didn't know anything about computers. So when I felt computers, I was like, Mogel, chila ntombazane, you chila ntombazane. That's why you failed computer, is because that I didn't have a passion for what I was studying. I did love the aspect, I don't know what to say, but I did love geology in a way, but I didn't love geology like diving deep down in geology. So in my way, if maybe I had to pick now and I was growing up and being an adult, maybe I would have picked something like environmental sciences, where I could learn more about something, by environmental knowledge, more than what I was studying in geology, and I wasn't enjoying it. Then second year came, and second year I tried the first semester, I finished, I went to my field trips. I think that's something that I used to hate in geology. I used to hate field trips with my everything, my sibindi, my everything inside. I used to hate field trips. I think I used to hate field trips because you can see Moskute, I'm someone who's a bit chubby, and that time I wasn't even that confident with my body. I wasn't that confident, let me say. I was just someone who didn't feel happy about their body, and I felt like I was unfit for field trips and those kind of things, climbing on top of rocks, doing all those things, walking long distances. But though I used to try my best, crossing rivers, those kind of things, that was not me. I didn't like that, guys. But when you're a black child, you do not want to go home without finishing something. You have to finish it. Rain, what do they say, rain or high waters, you have to finish it. You have to come back with a degree. And when I went to varsity, even at home, they used to tell me stories like, people, you say someone is still studying this module, but they're not studying that thing anymore. Now they're studying something else. So I was like, no, 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 no. Listen, child, I do not want to be that kind of person. So I pushed on. I was not that I was struggling, you know, I won't say I was struggling with the work at varsity. I was just not that dedicated to what I was doing. I was just winging things, studying last minute, doing assignments on last minute. That was me. I I failed. I remember I failed second year. I failed second year. I think maybe I failed like a major and an elective that time. And then I was like, okay, okay, oh well, okay, it's fine. Next thing, that okay, I'm not gonna finish this degree in record time. So I'm gonna finish this degree because it was a 3-year degree, Bachelor of Sciences in Geological Sciences, and I wanted to major in environmental and engineering, geology. Next thing, okay, and then in the next year I did give my all because I knew it was my final year and I wanted to finish. I went to the field trips, I pushed and I passed, and okay, I did complete my Bachelor of Sciences in Geological Sciences, and I think that is one of the most memorable thing in my life currently. I think it's something that I'm very, very proud of, and that graduation I was very, very proud of. Next thing, okay, when I finished, you know, guys, when you just finish and you do not even have a direction, you do not know what are you going to do with this degree at the end of the day. All you want to do is finish this degree. But when when I was coming close to finishing the degree, I had this pressure. I didn't even apply. I do not even remember one day going online and trying to apply for an internship in geology. But we move. Then I just decided, let me just try to buy myself time, you know. Okay, then I just decided, let me just study a PGCE, which is a post graduate certificate in education. So I was like, okay, then I'm gonna have time and then I'm gonna stay in varsity a little longer so that now I can have access. Because you do think of those things when you're gonna go home, that you're not gonna have that a lot of access in internet and all those things. Though I don't come from a very bad background, but being in those rural areas, you do not have internet, or you do not have data that much. Like, you need to buy airtime, because even data we didn't was I think was expensive those times, or I don't know, or you used airtime to search the net. If we did use data, I think data was just something that was very expensive, and I didn't think my mom would be able to buy me data every day for me to be searching for an internship. So I just decided, no, you know what, let me just stay in varsity, do a small course, and study. Then I also applied for an honors in geology. And you know, life, guys. You know, life can life you. That's what life is all about. Lucky enough, I do not know how, but I managed to make it into the honors, the geology's honors, and I was also accepted in the PGCE. And then I just decided, you know what, than me wasting my time and studying something that I think I do not have a passion for. Because I did feel like I don't have a passion for this thing. Or if I do have a passion for it, let me first go and work and see what this thing is all about. Then me wasting all my life studying. And also, people look like they were even struggling with these postgraduate things in geology. I don't want to be stuck there and be struggling while I was also even struggling with my undergrad. So that was me. I accepted going to study a PGCE. uh, I went into PGCE. I do not know what happened to me. I was sucked into, I don't know, education, or the life of being there in that campus, I didn't have anything deep down inside of me that said, my girl, look for an internship. No. And my mom was the one who gave me money to register for that certificate. So I was like, no, I can't waste my mother's money. I'm convincing myself, but when I sit down now, I can see that no, there was no patience. I had no passion for what geology was all about and what I was going to do in geology. But I was convincing myself, saying, no, I'm going to be a geologist one day. Then the next thing is that I finished my postgraduate certificate in education. I was also, because I was doing geology, I just majored in maths for primary school and natural sciences and also geography high school. Yeah, I think those were my majors. And then I never applied for a geology internship in that year. Never did I even look for going to pursue anything in geology, to be honest, if I think about it now. The next thing, I have the certificate. I'm like, what am I gonna do now? Okay. Because my sister used to live in Cape Town. My older sister, yeah. That's why I always follow my sister around. So I just decided, you know what? Now I'm stressed out. Now I have this geology. Now I have this certificate. Like, what am I going to do now? Let me just go to Cape Town. Let me go to Cape Town and try to find an internship in geology. In February the next year, me going to Cape Town. When I arrived in Cape Town, I did search a little bit of things in geology, what. And guess what? It was the most, I don't know, bad or horrible decision in my life to go there, because it had nothing for me. Really, it had nothing for me. I think maybe if I did want to do something with my life, I would have maybe stayed in KZN and tried to do something with, like, environmental something, or go to Johannesburg and try to find an internship in what I studied. Guess what, my dear? There was nothing. I stayed in Cape Town maybe for 3 months. Then I saw, no, my dear, this thing is not working. It will never work. Start looking for a teaching, so you can be able to sustain, I won't say sustain my life, but have a little bit of money. And then everything crumbled with that, and I had to start afresh and go and try to find something that I love, something that I have a passion for. I don't want this video to be extra long, so I'll just tell you guys what I've learned about this experience. So what I learned, Mina, about this experience is that, number one, when you are going to apply for something, when you want to do something, do your research. Don't read names and say, this sounds like it's what I want. No. Do your research. Go ask, what is that? Where can you work with that kind of qualification? After getting that qualification, where can you work? Try to get a bursary for that thing that you are going to study. If you think maybe you did pass very well, try to get a bursary for that thing. And if you can, like now, nowadays, I'm sure people won't be doing the things that we used to do, because we didn't have any internet that time. Yeah, we did browse things, but a little bit. We had just a glimpse of the internet. But now I think just research, make sure you reach out to people that have that qualification and ask them, what is it? Where am I gonna work? If you have an advantage, you can even go to that person's workplace and try to experience that thing, experience that career, how it works. Are you going to able to fit in if you have that luxury? And I think I'm gonna say number two, if you are in a degree and you feel like, no man, I signed for the wrong thing, this is not what I thought it was. If you have a chance, if you have, or create that chance and quit whatever you are studying and go and find what you are passionate of, because you're gonna waste a lot of years, you're gonna waste a lot of time in something that you'll never love, something that you'll keep running away from. And then number three, when you are in varsity, apply for internships, apply to volunteer, try to reach out on your career. Don't just sit there and study something j in a textbook, and don't like apply for things like that. Because I didn't, maybe that's what even contributed to me hating it, because I've never applied for an internship when I was still in varsity. And I think that is my advice in what happened to my career. And every time when I sleep and I wake up, I just think I woke I studied for 4 years. Next thing, I've never even tried my best to get something in that. Okay, guys, so thank you for watching, and I hope you come back and watch more videos where I just share my career journey, and also maybe give you some tips and tricks on how I ended up getting a job, how I secured something that I am very passionate of, and something that I love, and something that I'm able to go an extra mile working it. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.